joining me right now on the live, or if you're joining me on the replay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Right now, I am about to sort of go into. Well, sorry, let me back up. So, what I decided to do every Monday is is basically, I've decided to do sort of a segment, like about like an hour or so segment from my short films, which I call sort of movie Mondays. And basically, what's going to happen is that I will be going behind the scenes, or sort of giving you a behind the scenes commentary on each of my short films that I've made so far for the channel. So we will be going in order. So we will be starting with this one. So yeah, if you're interested, hope you tag along, whatever. Okay, here we go. So basically, yeah, for this short film, like all the short films, we shot at the Pasadena City College, in Pasadena, California. This was the short film that I shot for the channel, and yeah, all of the actors I found here, I found actually on Facebook. I found all of them on Facebook, different actor groups and stuff like that on Facebooks. And so yeah, so for this basically for this short film, I really actually didn't have any plan going in. I didn't know what story I wanted to do, what would happen. But then I started brainstorming, and I thought, why not just make a movie that doesn't actually explicitly deal with AMW. So for instance, neither of them, one in this short film basically points out the fact that that he's Asian, that she's black. um it's just a story about just two friends who are just basically almost lifelong friends, known each other for a long time. And so here, that but eventually the story has it that they start to fall for each other. And so due to circumstances like the scene right here, they're dating other people at first, and then they break up around the same time. So sort of like a coincidence, and then sort of leads them to going out with each other later on, or sort of hooking up or whatever. I don't know. So let me see really quickly. Oh yeah, sorry. So this is sorry, technical difficulties, everyone. But yeah, so basically, I said this is the first short film, and actually, the gentleman in this scene is actually I know him from a previous schedule, but that fell through. So I basically for this I called him up and said, "Hey, do you want to be a part of it?" He said, "Sure." So so yeah, so like I said, all this was shot on the Pasadena City College. It's the very first one. We shot this in this past March, so we shot it in March. So yeah, and there is no audio on the short films because I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to turn on the audio for that, so it's fine. But you can hear me comment instead. Um, so yeah, and this scene was in the parking lot. The obviously still the same campus, but visually I wanted to I thought it would be a cool look if we had a wide shot of them trying to jumpstart each other's cars, and so hooking up to each other's cars. So yeah, so that's what's going on here. I'm glad no one got killed because just in case it was kind of risky kind of situation here with the cables and everything like that. But I'm glad everything is fine. So yeah. And actually, this is probably my favorite scene. This scene is my favorite scene. It's just for the visual aesthetic, and also because it's the first scene that has both Alex and Amber in it together, and they are supposed to be friends. They're supposed to be best friends. So I wanted to showcase that. This being the first scene with them, having a scene together. It's the first scene that they have together, so I wanted to show that here, and also visually, it looks pretty cool. And I just love shooting here at this campus. I love it. I mean, you'll see in the other short films that are done that I've only really ever shot here, and will continue to shoot here because number one, they let us film here, so they don't give any hassle. It's fine. Number two, because it looks cool, and number three, also number three, I've actually I am a student here. I've taken classes here, and I will continue to take classes. So this is the first scene between Alex and his other friend named Sean, and this guy right here to the right, who's on screen right now. Actually, it's the same thing with the other guy. I pulled him from a different project that sort of fell through. So I was like, "Hey man, I'm doing this project in March. You can be a part of it." He's like, "Sure." So And before all you ladies ask, yes, he is taken. Unfortunately, he's actually engaged. So that's great news. It's good news for him, but it's bad for the ladies who were interested or whatever. But yeah, so if you're watching me, if you're joining me right now for the first time, I am providing a commentary, behind the scenes commentary on the short film, on the short film that I shot for this channel, and I will continue to do so every Monday. I'm calling this segment AMBW Movie Mondays because Movie Mondays will start with M, so alliteration. But yeah, so I will be doing that every Monday for each of these short films that we shot so far. So. Mhm. This scene was cool. This scene was this scene, to be honest, from a production standpoint, because they were walking and talking, and so my camera girl, shout out to Melissa, she shot this. It was always sort of a strain on her because she would always have to be walking very slow. So for those kinds of scenes where they're walking and talking, the camera and the sound also would have to be walking with them, but everyone had to be walking so that they could keep up with each other. Um, so So this scene was cool. It's just a very small scene, a short scene. Shout out to Stephanie. Stephanie's in the scene, and hopefully we get to work together again in the future. And so here's the breakup scene. So here at this scene, I wanted to. This is where Alex dumps Felicia, and before you say anything, I think originally have him saying bye Felicia or something like that in the script. But then I think I'm remembering YouTube. YouTube actually strikes videos down that say that. So I don't know why, but they do. So that's why I didn't include it in this scene. Basically, for this scene, I want Felicia to sort of. Basically, I told the actress just act like you're high, act like you smoked a lot of weed or something like that. And so, this is basically I thought it'd be a nice touch for her character, sort of add to the reason of why, you know, why she isn't focused or why she doesn't seem just all the way there when it comes to their relationship and stuff. So that's yeah. Oh, and I see. Hang on. So let me try to. So yes, now that my channel is monetized, now it plays ads. So that's why it's playing ad right now. So let me skip this ad really quickly. So this is a hiking scene. In this scene, we shot actually also in Pasadena, but we shot it in like the Grove. The Grove scene. This scene was really fun to shoot because there were a lot of people actually walking through the scene initially. So this scene took like an hour or so to film, even though it's not that long. But this scene we shot in the Grove Grove, should I call the Grove or whatever? There's like a big, like kind of like a hiking trail, and there's like a golf course. It's like, a lot of people down there, but like this scene took a long time because like I said, it's a hiking trail, so there's a walking trail. A lot of people walking on the trail, cars, all that stuff. So at one point there were horses, there were people walking their dogs, there were a lot of people walking through the scene. So they had to sort of stop and start and stop and start, stop and start. So, and the same thing again, like I said, with the previous walking scene, this scene was another walking scene. So if you can tell, they're actually purposely walking slower in this scene, so that my sound and camera girl were both walking basically, or I was walking behind them, sort of guiding them, and they were walking with the actors. So everybody was we were all walking slow, really fucking slow. So yeah. So this scene was another good scene. I like actually a lot of scenes with Alex and Ambw. I like their scene. I like their chemistry. I like their scenes together where they initially start out as friends, and then obviously more happens later on, and then so it gets taken a little bit further, and so they're kind of attracted. They're attracted to each other, and then yeah, it's a continuous story. So really, nothing gets resolved in this film, but it continues on to the next one, part two, and then uh, you know we'll see after that. So you know, yeah. So and all the outfits that he is wearing, I actually bought off of Amazon.com because I was trying to find something that was kind of look dated and kind of a little bit silly. So there we go. And here, for the rest of the film, basically, I believe we're actually no, not for the rest of the film, but for this scene, we're back at PCC, Pasadena City College. I guess kind of my quote unquote alma mater or whatever. Not alma mater. I was only there for like a year and a half, so I technically got my certificate of achievement. I actually already have a BA. I already have a bachelor's degree. But that's not why I went to this school. I went to this school to study broadcast journalism. And that kind of worked out, kind of didn't, but whatever. I guess life's a marathon. Um, so this is a big breakup scene. This is a big breakup scene where she dumps him, or actually no, she tries to dump him, but then he ends up dumping her instead. Um, so so yeah, it's kind of like she thinks she's has the power in the situation, but he turns the table on her. So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who can relate to that, but yeah. So this is previously it was Alex's breakup scene. This is Amber's breakup scene. So which leads to them sort of rebounding, using each other sort of as a rebound. Which are the next few scenes. So the hell is that banner? Here, let me click out of that banner. So yeah, and for this scene we shot in a park, and it was like an abandoned house or whatever. Not abandoned house, but like just a house I guess that's used for public events. We just shot there because I needed a house location, and so originally it was supposed to be Alex meets Amber outside of her house, and I thought since Kashara, I don't know where Kashara lives, the actress in the scene, but I basically just chose the scene because I knew this location already, and I was like, okay, it looks like a house, so we need a house, so let's use it. So that's basically it. So yeah, so this is where the rebound sort of begins, and then there's Winter. Oh, I love Winter. So actually, yeah, so Winter is the actress on the left, and she is actually sort of sensing a pattern here. But here, Winter is actually another actor or actress or whatever that I pulled from another project, from older projects that fell through. But luckily, she was nice enough to come help out with this one, and yeah. So here she plays Kashara slash Amber's sister, and so yeah, so that's what's going on in this scene. And I love the colors in this scene, like the color of the wall. I never noticed it, like the color of the background, the wall that they're sitting against, and sort of her blue shirt and just everything. It's a nice shot. It's a nice simple shot, but it's a nice looking shot too. So and I like sort of the camaraderie between Kashara and Winter. And I guess it kind of no one's ever said this, but they obviously those two actresses don't look anything alike. But I do like their chemistry with each other. It's sort of it's very reminiscent of sibling kind of sibling chemistry or rivalry, whatever you want to call it. So we're at the stairs scene. I like that big circle thing in the background. I don't know what that is, but we shot on top of a staircase in PCC, and so that's yeah. There's another scene. I got a lot of comments or compliments on Sunny, which is the guy on camera right now. Like from like women who watch this movie. So I was like, okay, like I'll put more scenes, right, more scenes for him in the second one, which is what I did. So all of the ladies who requested that, you're welcome. So and then so yeah, it's just a simple scene, it's a basic scene. And also, if you're just joining us again, this is the first segment, the first part of the first installment of the limited series that I'm doing for this channel called Movie Mondays, and I will be doing that every Monday. As the title suggests, I will basically, each Monday, I will be doing a sort of live commentary, which is also behind the scenes of each short film that I've shot for this channel so far. Okay, so this scene we shot in Pasadena at the Rialto Theater, and it's at an abandoned theater called the Rialto Theater. And they used to play movies way back in the day, but they don't anymore. They actually filmed a couple movies here too. They filmed Scream 2, which is from Wes Craven from 1997. They filmed that all the way back in like 97 or 96 or so. I think 97, yeah. And they shot there at that theater, the same theater. So that's pretty cool. And now they basically just use that, I think, for church gatherings and stuff. They don't use that to film movies. They don't. It's not like a movie theater anymore. But basically, we need a movie theater location. That's why we shot out there. And so this scene is right outside the Rialto. It's right next door, and it's where we have Alex and Amber basically make out or kiss for the first time. And yeah, so this scene was interesting because it's a longer scene, so sometimes the dialogue scenes are a little bit harder to get through. The longer dialogue scenes are harder to get through, but everyone pulled through it in the end, and yeah, it was cool. So those kissing scenes are always sort of kind of tricky. There we go. And this is where the rebound begins. So there you go. Everyone who wanted AMBW PDA, you're welcome. So, and then I've also noticed that this film is the film with the most views and likes. So I thank everyone for watching this film. And also, I would like to say to the same people who watched this movie and liked it, please like and watch the other films too. There are a lot of other films, as you can see from the screen right here. I've numbered them. They're not in order, but I've them at the end. So there's one, two, three, four, five. Just check out the playlist. Go check them all out. Rewatch them. Like them if you haven't. Comment. All that shit. So it would really help me out. If you want to help support the channel, then keep watching and keep liking these videos. Please do it. Please, really do. I really don't ask for much. I just ask that you just watch all of it and like it. So there you go. And then this movie is almost over. We have, like, I think, a couple scenes left, but basically, yeah, I will be doing these live commentary, behind the scenes commentary of each movie that we shot so far every Monday. So check back every Monday or so, and it'll be up. Well, thank you so much, V. Thank you. Like I said before, it's just due to financial issues. I mean, not issues, but like financial constraints or whatever. I can't afford to keep doing these shorts if I'm not making any money back off of it. So in order to make the money that I need to, these shorts have to get basically 25,000 views or more. And the highest one so far is this one. It only has 8,000. So do the math. Basically, like I'm not gonna start. I'm not gonna make any short films unless these short films start getting a lot more views. So, you guys, if you want more short films, you gotta watch the ones that I've done so far. Because that's really the only way that I'm gonna make any more. Because otherwise, I'm not gonna spend money that I'm never gonna get back. So I'm not. I'm. It doesn't make sense. The second scene with Winta and Kashara. Winta is still a lovely actress. Like, so is Kashara. They're both really good actresses. Um, no, I do like their chemistry. I like Winter's energy, and she's sort of quirky. I like Kashara's sort of, kind of, this very blunt person. But I think she has her heart in the right place, and yeah, I like both of them. I think they're great. I think they have good chemistry. Oh, okay. We're back. We're back. Sorry. So this scene is the last scene in the movie, and it's another walking scene. And for this scene, we were on top of the parking structure, and PCC, Pasadena City College, again, one of my quote unquote alma maters, and kind of like whatever. It almost doesn't count as anything, but it was fun. Basically, yeah. So it's another walking scene. It was like fucking hot. It was like 80 or 90 like that, and we are upstairs, and the camera girl and the sound guy were up there. And we are all walking, for this scene, it was a very long scene. So I told the actors and camera girl, sound guy to start at one end of the parking structure, and then we walked all the way through these cool pillars, these white pillars that you see in the scene. And I thought visually that was cool, so I wanted to shoot, the actors against, coming through these, walking across these, this long parking structure with these white pillars in the background. It's just a very visually, it looked very cool. It looks very cool. And of course, it does end off in a cliffhanger, but there is part two for those of you who don't know. There's a part two, and it's available on. Go Sorry, backing in. The link to the link to part two is in the video description of this video, or description of that video as well. I'll also put it in the description of this video too, so you can check it out. And so, yep, this is we're coming to the end now. We're basically at the end, so you know, yeah. So there's that white pillar that I'm talking about. It's just some very cool looking background. So as a filmmaker, it was kind of like indulging in that, my creative side a little bit. And then there you go. There you go. So that's it. That's the end of the first installment of Movie Mondays. Thank you for joining me. If you've made it to the end of this video, awesome. If you haven't, fuck off. No, I'm just kidding. No, but if you haven't, what are you doing? I really just ask that everyone watches all these films, all these lives that I do to the very end, please, and like it and watch and comment, subscribe, all that shit. Yeah, thank you very much. Well, and tune in next Monday. I will be doing the next film commentary on the next film next Monday. So until then, be safe and like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video. Like, hit the like button. Swear to God, hit the like button. Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you. Bye.